I might even just do a double day. We'll see how we're feeling, kids. I've got my schedule, man. I've got my schedule. Welcome everyone to Petey Aprendendo Português. I'm gonna start off by just starting off Finchy. It's 11:42. I think we're gonna start off the day like that. 5:54. Good Friday, Saturday. There's some outfit stuff. We'll get into the other nitty gritty stuff, and I think I'll just basically you have to get like 35 points in order to initiate the walk for the day. I chose a healthy snack. I chose a lot of healthy snacks. Whoopsie. I did bond with the bunny rabbit, and I got out of bed. And I am also, we're burning daylight too. I am just taking my time. And you know what? We could get this day streak done. I'll say that. I can do it. And just like that, the timer that tells me, hey, you should really get your button gear, that just went off. So we are on the next day. So let's take a look at this next day streak. Yesterday was 2,171 days on the day streak. We got a click away from there. There it is. There it goes. Continue on. Oh, crap. Freaking ads. Anyways, let's say hello to 2,172 days on the day streak. Oh, yeah. Bitches. All right, so we're gonna do. I'm gonna do my regular warm up. I am actually gonna close and open the app up for Duolingo's for the phone apps. Hey, a lot came back for Duolingo after like a full month. Congratulations, homie. So we're gonna wish him a congrats. I've got to earn 90% or higher in 3 lessons. I got to spend 20 minutes learning. So that is probably not going to end up happening because we don't have that much time. Or maybe we could. I'm just going to hit continue here. Oh, I probably could have dilly-dallied the whole freaking time. That's okay. We got to score 90% or higher in 3 lessons. I think that'll be just the one day. And you know what? Maybe I'll do a double day. How am I doing on the leaderboards? Is everybody getting all competitive and whatnot? Yeah, kind of. Yeah, so if I do a 1 and done, and by 1 and done, I mean like a 3 and done. It's funny, like I started this and Naya's like, when are you gonna be done with this whole Duolingo thing? I'm like, until I finish the unit. It's funny, like it started with her, just being like, oh, I'll teach you Portuguese, yeah. And then she's like, you ever hear of Duolingo? I don't want to help you out anymore. And so I do Duolingo. She's like, yeah, I don't want you to do Duolingo anymore. They can't make up their minds, kids. They can't. That's the thing. We're going to do free dinner because everybody loves free food. And I need to lose
Free
weight.
dinner.
Free dinner.
Lucy walks into the living room. Lynn is on the couch, as usual.
Lucy walks in the living room. Lynn is on the couch as usual.
Lynn, hoje eu tenho uma reunião muito importante.
Today I have a meeting that is very important.
Importante? Com quem?
Important for whom?
Com o chefe de cozinha Pereira.
With the chefy of the kitchen, Petey. Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Quem é
boss.
Pereira?
Who's the Peria?
chefe de cozinha muito famoso. Chefe de cozinha muito famoso.
Very famous chef.
Legal.
Cool.
Lynn doesn't move. Lucy tries a different approach.
Lean doesn't... Yeah, she tries a different approach.
Ele vai preparar.
Fala com... She's going to prepare the dinner for us.
Para nós?
For us.
Sim, para nós. De
Yes,
graça.
for us. For free.
Lynn immediately sits up.
She immediately sits up. De graça, vovó, essa reunião é muito... But this meeting is very... Oh, it's very important.
De graça? Vovó, essa reunião é muito importante. Eu sei, Lynn.
I know, Lean. It is important. Free food.
Vamos agora.
Let's go. All right. Well, that's a very food-motivated thing. I'm just going to do a quick matchy match. Very, muito, he, ele, for free, de graça, is Eu sei. I know. Eu sei. Eu sei, eu sei, eu sei. I'm doing my best, man. Story complete. Let's take a look at that flame. What are we on? And boom, 2,172 days on the day streak. Keeping that flame going, keeping it alive, and as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah. So, I'm just going to do a quick matching. Bow, 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 bow. Let's take a look over here. Boom, 2172. Wow, with 10 minutes left in the day. Can you believe it? Yeah, it's 11:49 right now. We'll count it. Let's get it over here. Bam, bam, bam. Boom, 2172. Yeah, with less than 10 minutes left in the day. Can you believe it, kids? I'm pretty much, let's take a look. Like, how do we move the needle forward in our friend quest? Yeah, we got 3 out of 3 done. So that's at least one. You know, I'm not gonna scoff at that. 32 out of 60. Not bad. That's not bad. We could ride home with that and just leave it at that. Or, hello, Wolf Luna. Hello. Or we could, you know, maybe get 50 XP and get 2. Or spend 20 minutes learning. I don't think we have that time. Yeah. It's 10 out of 20 minutes. Yeah, it's going to be impossible unless we do more shenanigans with, you know, doing doubles on things. Could be done. It could be done. Do you think I should do a double day, or do you think I should, should I get in? It's kind of a catch-22. Like, if I do a double day, that means I don't stream tomorrow. But if I do, but if I stop, then I'll be here again tomorrow night. But until then, we're gonna just take a look at what Peep's doing. He munched on some affogato and energized his day for whatever. Peep waves excitedly at you and gestures at an empty space beside him. I want to introduce you to my new friend. Her name is Orange. Where's your friend? I don't see her. She's right here. After I watched the show, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. She's a cute, fluffy monster, just like the ones on the show, Cheap. Oh my god. Oh, like Blue. Okay. Boop, boop, ba-doo-doo. Hey, they're remaking that show, or they're continuing that. So I'm going to start the adventure. You go for a walk, Pee-Pee. Ooh, Mother Son. Rainbow gave me a gift. I'm going to invite you to stay over. Wiggles the squiggle. I get a wiggle. Wow. Thanks, Mother. Send gratitude. What a sweetheart. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I did some stuff. I'm just going to count all the fitness stuff because I've been working super hard. I made way below my threshold of working out, but I did take a really good nap, so there's something to be said. And I got some sunlight. I'm handsome. And you know, I gotta be kind to myself. Compliment a friend or something you appreciate about them. I feel like I did that with my fiance, but I always compliment her. So I don't know. I should probably wait on that. Yeah. Put an item that was. Yeah, I did organize some stuff. Look up a local event happening this week and add it to your calendar. I feel like I did this, I'll say, for my parade. I'm always involved in stuff like that. But we're going to take a look at like something that I've earned in this. Primary techno sneakers. Honestly, I'm liking the red. I'm really liking the red. It's a good contrast with this stuff. You're in charge of the party music. The music at the party, you. Have a playlist ready for action. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm gonna ask them, what do you want to hear? Yeah, like this is dumb. Like you see all these, nobody karaoke, pass the responsibility. Like more than half of the community is like, oh, I have a playlist ready. That should be obvious. Like ask people what they like and play it. It's not that hard. That's what she said. All right, I finished all those questises. So I am going to see what you gotta say. Up to you. I'm not good with decisions. Me too. That's why I asked. I was doing some pack runs and completely 1K run points. The minimum is 500. And I don't know if it's run points or milestone points for the shop, but since I haven't been kicked out yet, I think it's the run one. So I switched to finish the Alpha Kitsune, but I still don't know the color palette. Do I go for traditional white or red? And red or something else? I don't know what that is. Hola. ¿Cómo va? Let's see. I've been kicked out yet. What's it called again? I don't even know what this is. Pack runs. Is this like from some app or something? I am such an old man. I don't know the context in which you speak, Wolf Luna. By the way, your Dell Fox is at like 2600 still. He's not kicked out yet. I think he's actually a male. Like, I think Wolf Luna is actually male, which kind of matches, I guess, in some way from, like, the identity I think you were talking about with me. I don't know if it was, like, Japanese name. Alphas, it's from Playwild. Alphas are like animals who protect Jama. There's one for every animal. Japanese name. Yeah, I like how something I did well today. One thing I'm grateful before bed. Conversation I had with Naya. Check off one thing on my list. I'm just... just gonna set that up. I'm anything but a man, but okay. Yeah, I guess I didn't understand, because like when talking about it, you're like, oh, I don't identify this way or that way. I thought you were going the other way initially, so that just kind of stuck with me at the time of playing Pokemon. So that's probably where my thought went, and I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know everybody's life. With all due respect, too, like I just don't know. We've got 2 minutes till midnight. Man, I could really do another Duolingos. I could just kind of do my thing. Let's see. Because if we get into... And I'm just going to take a look here. 17 days. Let's see. 32 minus 60 equals 28. Yeah. Let's see. We're going to do divided by 17. So it's like 1.6. Like if I get 1 to 2 a day, I'll be okay for the rest of the month. I just have to think about how lazy I can be selectively. No, I'm absolutely love Delphox. I just really appreciate you naming a Pokemon I love after me. I actually didn't know you loved Delphox. I was just like, oh, that's the closest dog-like Pokemon ever. I love Delphox too. Like, a lot of people, and we've got 1 minute to midnight, and I think I might even just say, let's just do another. I might stream tomorrow and do something completely different. But, yeah, I don't know what I'll do. But it'll be something. Yeah, like everybody picked Greninja. Like my girlfriend at the time that I got into Pokemon, she picked Froakie and loved Greninja. Ash or also known as Satoshi. I think you call him Satoshi, but I just call him Ash because I'm an American and blah blah blah. So to me, he's Ash Ketchum from Pallet Town. He picked Froakie, which is cool. I always liked Serena. I thought she was like very cute, very interested in Ash, and I was just like, that's so nice that there's like the Amore shipping was a thing back in that time. But she picked, Fennekin, and it kind of matched her bubbly personality. I do like how bubbly Fennekin was. And then breaks in. I don't know. Like, I know that there are some weirdos on the internet that are gonna like take this and be like, "Oh, you're a furry. You're into this stuff," I never really feminized Delphox initially until I saw like the weird, DeviantArt stuff later on. I just thought, Delphox is a motherfucking sorcerer. That's cool. I like wizards. Don't get me wrong. I was a big fan of Naruto. Huge fan of Naruto. I got a friend of mine into it, and she stole my books. But that's okay. I got an extra set. She stole my first 10 editions of mangas. I did ask for them back, and she refused to give them back, so... It's interesting that this is the thanks I get for getting somebody interested in a manga that I really liked. But, anytime I go to, like, Naruto and stuff, I'm like, okay, toads, ninjas, that's cool, right? And that's probably where that's from. There's a scene where, like, Froakie uses water pulse, like the Rasengan. That was cool. I was like, oh, that's freaking sweet. But even with that, I still pick Delphox. Why? Because ever since I started playing Pokemon, I always stubbornly pick the fire type. And it always seems to work out because the fire type is the best type. I started out with Pokemon Crystal, picked out Cyndaquil, then, Typhlosion was my boy. I liked the second generation kind of underdog character that Gold was to Red. Then, the GBA games came out with Ruby Sapphire and then Emerald. Of course, I picked Torchic, and then I didn't know, like, it was back in the time where, like, the internet didn't have spoilers everywhere. So I saw Combuskin evolve into Blaziken for the first time, and I never saw Blaziken before. I'm like, holy crap, that's what that is? That's who that is? That's awesome. Blaziken I thought was cool. Infernape, I think I had the same effect, but not as much because it was firefighting again. It's like, okay. Then Embor, I'm like, okay, firefighting. We don't want the. I had so much hope for Tepig to stay on a quadrupedal on all fours, and then he just ended up being like this, like, leotard wearing pig on two legs, and it's like, that doesn't look right. It doesn't. It's too cartoonish. I was hoping to have this beast, like Dark Beast Ganon from Twilight Princess, but just in Pokemon form. Like, not necessarily Beast Ganon. I visualize, like, oh, Tepig could end up being like on all fours, like a pig, like a I was gonna say warthog, but like a boar, a wild boar that's both fire ground type. That would be cool, like almost like a hellish looking, intimidating warthog or a boar of some kind. But it wasn't that. It didn't go in that direction. So I feel like Embor is my least favorite. Then, moving on to like Gen 6. I'm like, okay, Fennekin's cute. The anime had a different look. I'm like, okay, I skipped the anime from when the grand voice actor switch happened for the English dub, and I just never looked back as a kid. I was betrayed. But then X and Y, the way that the quality shifted to something a lot more dynamic and better, I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch this. And it was actually before that. When X and Y came out, I'm like, oh, Fennekin's cute. I'm going to pick the fire type anyways. But to learn that it became a sorcerer, that's freaking awesome. I'm a fan of Harry Potter still. I know that there was some controversy about that, but I still like Harry Potter. I still like wizards and stuff. Delphox. Then, I don't know. Like everything else, I thought, I'm not a cat person, but I liked Litten in the sense that, like, I think it was its face resembles, like, the fur patterns resemble, like, the alchemical symbol for, I think sulfur, and then the same thing that happened with Tepig happened with Litten and Torracat. I'm like, oh, cool, this is gonna be a big tiger beast. This is gonna be awesome. And then it just became like fucking Tony the Tiger, the Kellogg's cereal commercial guy. He just became like a bipedal cartoon cat. This is weird. I don't want that. I want an anatomically correct, like, lion or puma or something. But Infernape, of course, is the most competitively viable Pokemon ever. Like, it's still the best. It's so good, and it's like, I like using Incineroar in Super Smash Bros. Too. He's got a big heavy hit. He smacks down. It's cool. I like to play them. I just really wish that he was not like, he didn't look like a cartoon, like from Toon World from Yu-Gi-Oh cat thing. That was a disappointment. Then, like Fuecoco, into like Skeledirge. For me, I didn't really care about him. I probably would have, like, there are a lot of Pokemon that, well, I don't know. I didn't really like the lineup. I guess Weed Cat was kind of funny. Um, but Skeledirge has a weird, like, I don't know why they have like a little bird on his head that sings. There's probably some like lore to it that I don't understand. But for me, what was most important, the way he crawled like a crocodile would on all fours, appreciated. I appreciated that part. I think they listened to the notes. He looked just like Bambi as like she was getting older, as she was passing on, and that was just around the time that she passed away. And like she was kind of that shape. Bunnies aren't supposed to be shaped like a crocodile, obviously, the rabbits. But for some reason, I just like had a lot of parallels to that. So I think Skeledirge specifically, that whole line has like a special place in my heart for that. But Delphox, everybody loves wizards, man. Wizards are cool. Anyways, yeah, it's not a hot take. I like Chestnut was like a freaking brawler, man. You know, Chestnut. Here, I'm just gonna read the comments this way. Play Wild is the name of the thing. Yeah, I'm glad you appreciate it too. By the way, oh, did I skip Score Bunny? I still have like 3 shiny legendaries named after you. Oh, that's cool. Which 3? I'm pretty sure I have a Score Bunny named PD2. Also, just so you know, there is a Mewtwo. If you finish the event, and I would finish it, like there's an event, a 10-year anniversary event, where it gives you a free, literally gives you a Master Ball and the opportunity to catch a Hundo Mewtwo, like 100% Mewtwo that can Mega Evolve. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I still have 3 shiny. Yeah. Oh wait. Hot take: Greninja is my least favorite of the trio. Yeah. I don't like the tongue. I think for me it was the tongue thing. I don't. I feel like Quilladin is the least favorite of all of the second stage evolutions, and that's like across the board. That's just across the board. I can't believe. What's funny too is like I can't believe I did like a skip in the timeline where I just went straight from like Gen 7 to Gen 9 without even talking about like Grookey, Sobble. I think that was a solid trio. I think that's why I skipped it. But Score Bunny, obviously, like I'm gonna pick the fire type, but even more obviously, I'm gonna pick the bunny rabbit. So it's like, yo, it's that I can't. That was like, I think that's why I skipped it. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't even need to explain that. But that was a glitch in my mind. Ugh. I think I'll do a double day. Because I bought a new battery for my phone that I do the streaming on. I think what I'm going to do is just take the extra time to do that. That'll be good. What do you guys think? Oh, there's me getting disappointed. What's funny is that, like, that's the still. Is it still like that on me? Oh, and I guess the big concern right now is like, okay, I've got to change the title. Yeah, and I think I'll just change the title. Oh, I'm so tired though. Yeah, I want to sleep in and train and all that good stuff. I don't want to be in tournament either. So I think I'll try to take it easy the rest of the day or the rest of the week. But yeah, she doesn't like chestnut or Greninja. All right, well, I think what I'm going to do, yeah, I'm going to change the title. Even though nobody's watching, I'm going to get it over with. For no other reason other than I am lazy this week. And last week. I'm trying to get my life in order. 2173. Just like that, just like clockwork. So we changed the title. And we are going to continue on to the next day. Yeah, let's do it. I'm ready. Let's take a look at this flame, though, one last time. And I say by one last time, I mean we're going to look at it again, because I've got this OCD for the day streak. I'm going to flip out if I miss it. Boom. 2172. Get me to talk, get me to do anything. Just don't take my streak away. Don't take my Duolingos away. But anyways, 2172 is done. Yeah.
There's more than one way into tech.
Ah!
You like building? Probably.
I don't. I don't like doing any of that. Shut up. Let me, live my life, guys. Get 9 perfect lessons in 2 days and carve a statue. I don't care. I don't care about that stuff. What I do care about is the day streak, which we clicked away from 2,172 days. So, on this double day, let's get to 2,173 days on the day streak. I'll see you in a sec. Yeah. Our quarter quell is coming up in just a couple days. I think it's going to be Monday that we'll do it. All right, let's do it. Eu falo português, yes. Beep, 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 beep. That's what I love about Fridays. I get to just do my thing. So, yeah, we've got 303 cheesy peas. Claire's looking to overtake us. She could totally do that. Everybody else can totally do that. We're going to see if Wolf Luna is coming back so we can talk about our feelings. And I'll probably message you later if I don't hear from you. Either on Discord or Instagram. Let's see. Let's do free food offer, perfect gift, missing bus. Missing the bus. Did I do a strong baby? I feel like I have. Romance is boring. All right, I guess we're going to do that one.
Romance is boring.
Romance is boring. Yeah, it's boring.
Zari is reading a book called Vampiros Apaixonados in Lily's room. She gasps dramatically.
Oh, we've done this one. Okay, we'll do it again.
Lily, este livro é tão romântico.
This book is so romantic.
Que livro?
What book? Passionate vampires. The vampire has a date with a girl.
Vampiros apaixonados. O vampiro tem encontro com a garota.
Yeah, she's got a date.
Não gosto de livros românticos.
I don't like romance books.
Mas é muito bom, Lily.
But it's very good, Lily.
Não.
You know.
Por favor, abre o livro.
Because... Oh, please open the book.
Zari puts the book in Lily's hands. Lily stares at it.
Zadie puts the book in Lily's hand. Lily stares at it.
Eu abro.
Eu abro... I open the book? Eu abro o livro? Do I open the book? She doesn't know how to read.
Sim.
Yes.
Lily opens the book, reads for exactly 1 second, then closes it.
That's funny.
Pronto. Abri o livro.
All right. I open the book.
Lily,
Lily.
O vampiro é chato.
She's breaking the goth
O
stereotypes.
vampiro não é chato. O vampiro é romântico.
It's
Romântico é chato.
romantic and boring. I never would have guessed that. All right. I guess it's pronto, but I'm gonna take that. Oh, fuck, I didn't get it right. Open is abre. I open is abrir. Mas, I don't. Now. Pronto. All right. So I got one wrong because I didn't pay attention to I open versus open, which, you know, I really deserve to lose points for that. But man, hook a brother up, homie. Come on, baby. Let's get that flame, though. Yeah. Speaking of Delphox, we gotta light that flame up. 80% good, but that's all right. What matters is, boom, 2,173 days on the day streak, completing this whole week. You know, Sunday through Saturday. Love it. Love it. Yeah, boom. And let's... Fala com Supermercado. Talking about the supermercado. Talking about the supermarket. Yeah, baby. Yeah, girl. Bam, bam. We got that quick. 4 minutes. Holy shit. Boom. Yeah, 2173. So Sunday, Monday, we've got our quarter quell. So, and then actually, it's less than 20 days left until we get our 6th year. That's 3 years twice. That's double all that stuff. And my computer's glitchy. So just so you know, Wolf Luna, I decided to come back to this. Why did I decide to come back to the Duolingos to do a double day? Because I'm lazy. Because I don't want to do anything else. And it looks like Claire is just doing the minimum, which I'm probably going to do for the rest of the week. And I'm probably going to skip a couple of days. So ideally, some days I'm going to hit, like, I think especially Monday too, I'm going to hit, I'm just going to do the day streak, you know, or I'm going to do 3 on Monday just to make up for lost causes and all that good stuff. Just to stay in the Diamond League, but not too high where I go into the tournament mode. But if I get in a tournament, then I'll have to overachieve and be a good boy. I got pipokas that I'm snacking on. You know, things are good. Things are good. I didn't do as much workout activity stuff, but I did rest. I took like a couple-hour nap today. But talking about, you know, Pokemons and our feelings and all that stuff. Just so you know, I don't know if you did this, but open up your Pokemon Go, even if you don't plan on playing this at all for like the next couple of years, like I did. Open up your Pokemon Go. Take a look at Mewtwo. Like there's a Mewtwo event where you get a free Hundo Mewtwo for the 10-year anniversary. Do the event. It takes no time. You have to power up your Pokemon like 10 times, and then there's another one that you gotta do. Like, it's very simple, very easy to do. You've got 20 days to do it. I would just do it now, or today or tomorrow, and just like log in, do your thing. And it's like a Mega Evolve capable, perfect statted Mewtwo that's free. And also they give you a free Master Ball. So it's worth picking up on that. I think I said that when you left, but I'm just saying that again. Get it. And also acknowledging that Chestnut is kind of a beast, you know? Quilladin sucked. Like, I think Quilladin is probably the least liked second stage of the starters. Like, nobody liked... I'm trying to think of, like, some of the awkward middle child second stage evolutions. Like, I would say Charmeleon is kind of off. Like, I would change Charmeleon's colors to, like, the same orange. I would change, I didn't like Drizzile as much, but he's kind of grown on me because I have him as, like, a Dynamax Pokemon. I'm trying to think of who else. Wartortle's kind of weird with the ears. I feel like it's totally different from, like, what we'd expect. Like, I don't know why the ears were like wings in a way. Yeah, I guess, yeah, some of the Pokemon. Bayleaf is amazing. Croconaut, I don't like. Pignite, I didn't like. Quilava's great. I'm trying to think of who else. Combuskin's kind of like an awkward teenager, but I think that's the point. Grovile's amazing. If you know, you know. Marshtomp is kind of stupid. Just stupid looking, like nothing in its head. Trying to think of all. Gen 4. I feel like Grottle is kind of like in that awkward middle stage. Prinplup I didn't like as much, but kind of grew on me. Monferno is okay. Like, I feel like Gen 4 is kind of okay. Pignite, though, like, disappointed me. Servine is like just a bigger Snivy. Dewott is great. I feel like Samurott was the disappointment in the third stage for Gen 5 water starter. I'm just going through them all. Frogadier's cool. Quilladin's the worst. Yeah. Breaksin is kind of cool. Then Gen 7. Torracat's cool. Like, just a bigger Litten, but I like Litten. Brionne's kind of nice. I like the hint towards, like, just the ornate mermaid stuff that came from, you know. It's a good middle stage for, like, what it's gonna be. And then Dartrix is cool. So that's Gen 7, Gen 8. Raboot, I would say, is probably the best middle stage Evo in, like, just everybody loves a little punk rock bunny rabbit with a hoodie that just is kind of embarrassed of himself. Thwacky seems kind of goofy. Drizzile's an emo bitch, but that's okay. We all go through that phase. Sometimes it's not a phase. Sometimes it's who I am, Mom. So, and then Gen 9. They're all right. I don't actually remember the Gen 9 starters. I didn't even look at anything from Gen 10. So let's remake my VTuber remodel since I'm free from uni for the month. Oh, I didn't know you did VTubing. That's cool. Taking small steps to be productive this vacation. Well, have fun too. I don't know why Drizzile and Quaxwell are picked up a lot by the community. I don't know why they're fine by me. Probably because everybody's embarrassed about being emo and stuff. I hate how they keep saying that Combuskin is phallic. Yeah, he is kind of phallic. I hate it so much. It's just a chicken, shaped like a chicken. I hate the fandom sometimes. No, I mean, you can kind of see it with the legs. They kind of look like balls. With legs. Like, the balls have legs on them. But yeah, there are a lot of people that are just perverted on the internet. Especially, I mean, it's the internet. It's how it got so famous. It's a whole reason why technological advancements happen. It's because of people thinking in that way. Dare I say? Yeah, Combuskin's phallic. But, like, if you're looking for that, yeah, you'll see it. But if you're just looking, like, I shit you not, and this is coming from somebody who likes bunnies, just unironically. I love Lopunny, not because of like the weird thing. I remember as a kid on my Nintendo DS showing my sister like, "Oh my God, Jules, look, you just got a bunny. Here's a Lopunny." She's like, "Oh, damn, she thick. She got that butt." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" So, and she's like, "Yeah, she's curvy. She's got that butt going on." I'm like, "Oh my God." No, 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 no. That's not what I was going for. Like, and then, the internet did as the internet did and, over sexualized her. But I like the fact that, there's like a kick ass bunny Pokemon uh, that can, like, my sister, the queen. We had a brown bunny rabbit, a brown linehead bunny rabbit, and also a velveteen lop. So it's kind of the combination of the two, and it was perfect. A lop and also like a brown bunny, and it's kind of like a fusion of the two bunnies that we had, Queen and Bambi. No perversion. I specifically bred a competitive one in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and I feel like liking that Pokemon and its Mega is like a means for like, oh man, he's a pervert. And part of me is like, well, yeah, I am. But, in actual like interest in like bunny stuff, it's platonic in that sense. It's a Pokemon. There's no laws against the Pokemon, Batman. I know, I've seen that video. But it's like, dude, that's messed up. It's funny, but I just yeah, I unironically, or I guess is it unironically? I don't even know. Ironically, I think it is ironically, like initially unironically liked like innocently liked Lopunny because it was a bunny. And now it's like this weird thing. Same. I love Lopunny and the idea of a bunny that hates you so much. No, that's just not. Look, bunnies don't hate you. They don't trust you. They're prey. All the world is their enemy. Like they won't. They're not apt to like, rub up against you like a dog or cat. God no. They'll be food if they do that. So they hide. They run. They're hesitant. Even my buddy, like Bean, little Beanie, Lord Chungus. This morning he thought I was gonna pick him up, and he's like, "Oh no, I'm going this way." So you got to be very gentle. You have to be very careful, and that's kind of what the friendship level thing kind of emulates. A bunny rabbit takes a lot of time, patience, and tenacity, and just guiding. You just got to be a good person around this bunny at all times. You can't have any hateful intent in your heart. It's like being worthy of wielding a weapon. Like it's like, oh yes, the only one who could wield this sword must be good of heart, and that's kind of what it's like being a friend with, like befriending a bunny rabbit. And once they choose you, once they are like, analogy time. Pikachu did not like Ash in the beginning. Why? Because the Pika was based off what Pikachu's based off of, also known as a I think it was called like the mountain rabbit. It's technically called an electric mouse, but I feel like I think in a lot of like, I don't know if it's just Japan or China, but they call rats mice. They put those two groupings together. They're the same thing. Or whereas like in the Western interpretations, a pika is different from a rabbit or a a mouse is different from a rabbit. Like, they're technically not rodents, they're lagomorphs, but a pika is a lagomorph, so is a bunny. So they're closer related than rodents are. But for some reason, it's called the electric mouse Pokemon. It's not. It's actually a pika. Pika. It's the same spelling. Just an American pronunciation. Pikachu is a pika. Therefore, it's closer related to a lagomorph, which is basically a bunny rabbit. And the scene at the end of, I think, the first episode where Pikachu runs to him, I think it's something like that. That's how bunnies run. They're basically built the same. And that's the initially where that came from. And I think him being more defiant and less apt to bond with Ash comes from that same origin as Baniri when you're trying to evolve it into Lopunny. It takes a lot of effort, and when it happens, you see the affection from Pikachu. It's beautiful. It's pure. I get that all the time with my bunny, and it's the best thing ever, which is why I cried like a baby like 4 years ago. Was it 4? It's almost been 4 years ago. And honestly, it's embarrassing to talk about, but it's a real thing. It's a real thing. I always said Pika. No, it's spelled the same. Pika. Pika. It's just the American pronunciation. Baneri and Lopunny are the only non-legendaries with initial friendships at 0. I know, because they're bunnies. They hit us when we catch them. Doesn't help the Mega likes to kick faces. Yeah. And then there's Mirko from My Hero Academia, where I'm like, all right, I'm into it. You got me. But I have to like dissect, and I know this is kind of a weird topic, but it's just like when it's more like an animal, I'm just like, yeah, no, this is like weird. But when it's like mostly human, nice. I feel like that's where I am on that spectrum. Because it almost feels like, and don't get me wrong, like there's a lot of stigma and judgment for like the whole furry community and all that good stuff. But like having an honest conversation about that whole spectrum, like there's a group of people that are attracted to just like animals, like just straight up animals. That's weird. Like we could all, I don't know if we can all agree on that. There's a portion of people that obviously are into it or are very open-minded and accepting of other people. But I would say for the vast majority of regular folk, that's fucked up. That's weird. Then you get like a little, then you move down the spectrum of like, how humanoid they then become. And I feel like Lopunny is a little bit towards that, like closer to an animal, but still humanoid enough where it's like it could stand on 2 legs. And I think that's the part where I'm like, yeah, even for me, even then it's like that's weird for me. Because I see, you see all this fan art and all that good stuff on the internet. I'm more like just a regular person that's like literally just dressing up to resemble aspects of it. And I don't even know where that instinct comes into play. It's weird to me. But I would say truly inspiring. It is inspiring, It's funny too. It's like I don't know if you're talking about what I'm talking about right now about like the spectrum of furries and all of that. Man, the other night it was about like kid actors. Now it's about like, the how the stigmas and like what side of the spectrum people go and what's acceptable, what's not. I feel like if you ask me, if you're like having thoughts with your own pets, it's like, yo, no, you can't. That's way too, like, that's fucked up. But if you have a little role play from like your consenting partner, all right, that's cool. I would like I know some people that do the fursuit thing, and I just I don't know, like, it's not sexual all the time. I think it's just the fact that people just really like mascots. There's a big community, like the furry community is apparently just into that. They like just like being in a totally different. It's like being in VR chat, you know. You have your own persona that's different, or maybe even being like a VTuber, you get to be something else, which is cool. I could respect that, but just once it gets into the weird like six at time kind of stuff, that's kind of weird. Zoophilia is tolerable as long as it's only an idea and nothing happens to the animals, like only like sapient animals and fantasy and stuff. Yeah, even then it's just like what if you just replace zoophilia with pedophilia? It's like only if it's in their head. It's like, nah, no, that's even then I'm just like, nah. It was to the bunny story. By the way, my parents said I had a giant bunny when I was an infant. Oh man, that's adorable. I hope they kept pictures or something so I could identify the bunny. But it must have been a Flemish giant or something. Furries are just cosplayers. Yeah, exactly. I have a friend who designs cosplay. I'm trying to get them to design something for me, or they have a 3D printer. And I would like to have a persona for that. And yeah, that's the thing. I couldn't think of the word. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word cosplayer. But yeah, cosplay. Duh. I can't believe I forgot the word cosplay. I have a couple friends who do cosplay. They do like 3D print stuff, and it's they got pages and stuff for that. I'm just trying to be vague because I don't want to like accidentally like blow their secret identity. I am just gonna send this to my buddy. Yeah, furries are mostly cosplayers, but there is a subsect where it's like they are there's a little bit of like, sexualization. It's a small percentage. I know it's that. I always got to say it. Okay. Well, I think I'm done for the day. Wolf Luna, you've been great. You could always message me on Discord. We should probably both end up going to bed. I know I don't have parents right now to yell at me to go to bed, but I'm pretty sure they're going to do that for you. Because you really got to get your good sleep. Because I haven't been, and I really need to. Hopefully, man, I think I overachieved too much this week. I'm probably going to end up in 8th place in the Diamond League tournament, and I just have nothing. I can't do it. I won't be able to do anything about it. So, if we're in tournament, then I guess that's going to be how we're going to ride things out. But until then, it's been 2,173 days on the day streak. Haven't missed a single day. A child is something. Shape-shifting dragon's another thing. Yeah, I guess so. Like American Dragon Jake Long. Yeah. And we'll talk more about that, we'll continue the conversation afterwards, but I think I'm pretty much done for the night. So let's take a look at 2,173 days that we have left on the day streak. Boom. 2,173 days on the day streak. And also, where is it? 2,172 days on the day streak. Boom. Boom. Yeah. I gotta love that. And then we're just gonna do this one last time to capture the moment. Boom. Boom. And a boom. 2,172 into 2,173. I've got the rest of the day off tomorrow. I'm probably going to reset my computer, run some updates because it's very laggy right now. But until then, Wolf Lou and I thank you so much for watching, and also anybody else who stopped by. The guy with the Japanese name. Wish we could have talked more, but I'm super thankful that you did stop by and say hello. I'd always appreciate that kind, happy message of somebody just saying hello. But anyways, muito obrigado por assistir. Boa noite. Ciao, ciao for now. Take care. Até próxima.